or like you look at insert like a certain.
What was the full question?
Oh well, I was the one who asked this question about the honorifics.
Oh.
Did anyone ask a question about
No,
honorifics?
just asking whether Kun is like a childhood friend or someone like.
Oh, Kun. It's more like a friend, or it is something you use when you're really comfortable to a person, or situational. For example, なんか海外こっちおいで it's basically
Sean is like I think the female of like the feminine version of Kun. So I've heard it used interchangeably. I've heard
Sean is
men
general.
referred to as Sean and women referred to as Kun. But I think it's sort of like, you know.
I thought so, but I'm not sure.
But it's like I think it's been like generally accepted though to call like a boy who you've known for a long time and you see sort of like as a good close friend Kun and a girl as Sean.
Yeah.
Well,
That's right.
Yes, but sometimes they would just use their names without, any adaptations. It's just up to them, and it's situational. If you would add to it, it's about feelings. It's about how you feel. So it's not exactly. There's no rule when to use it or not. It's all about human relation, the ningen kanken, basic relationships, all about that. But there's no real rule. It's something that comes naturally through the conversation with the person.
Yeah. I can say like Nexa and Kun because we are closer, but it's really weird to say like Stat Kato Kun because we don't know each other like well. Like it's like that. So we say like Stakato-san, yeah.
Yeah, and Chan can be quite diminishing in some sort of situation. So it is mostly used for kids and.
To show endearment, I think it's an honorific to imply endearment.
Small cute things.
Yeah.
It's like,
So ultimately, it gets really complicated, is what we're learning here.
Yeah, right.
Yes, because that's why relationships are difficult.
Relationships are complicated, yes. So
so this is why
just a lot of different things
stick
you can
to
say.
using sang, basically the name of the person, overwhelmed with politeness, and they will feel bad about themselves treating you badly. So if you're being overly polite, the other person will really have no choice to sort of be polite as well, because otherwise they would be dicks if they wouldn't be. So there's nothing wrong about being too polite.
Yeah, ultimately,
Just
learning all
smile
the polite
away,
ways
bow
to say
away,
things
and
first.
you'll be safe. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
What would be a polite? Is there a polite way of saying like love, or is there not like?
isn't date actually, I forgot the word for love.
What love?
I is love, but there's another word.
I mean,
Like, cause usually I say.
what in context?
That's good.
Yeah, like usually say I love someone, but I even say like I love someone like casually too. Like, is there not anything for like love? Casual?
You can say ski.
Yeah.
Ski is like favorite or like.
It depends, yeah. It really depends on situation. You can say like suki, which means like, but yeah, but it also means love. Yeah, you can say like suki, あなたが好きです. Anata means like you, I love. あなたが好き, which can
That's not like.
mean,
like,
yeah.
The casual way of saying this, like this casual.
We really don't say I love you in Japanese, so it's really hard.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. You almost
with my hands, Jesus.
Like, if you want to say that you love some, is the word that you use to say that you love a thing different than what you use for an object? Like, I love waffles.
My
Would
thing
that
is
be
back.
different than if you say that
I'm gonna
you
blame
love,
someone back there.
I don't know, your mom or your dad? Would familiar love have a different word than romantic love?
Cursing.
No. I mean, you can also say suki, which means like love or like. You can say like waffle ga suki, which means like you. I love waffles, or I can say like I love mama ga suki. But it's really weird to hear because we usually don't say I love someone. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
So in Japanese, you have to feel the love other than to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
One
not
other
as
thing,
lenient as
this
English,
is more of a
essentially.
cultural question than a language question, but like when I think about politeness a lot, this is gonna sound really, really weird to ask, but is passive aggression a common thing in Japanese culture?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Politeness is like the more polite a person is, the more passive aggressive they are. Just from what I've learned in my experience.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, the passive aggressive. It's delicious. It's just. They can be polite and passive aggressive at the same. Of course, it's psychological torture at some point. But this is something that you have to hear from the tone of the voice. But it exists, yes, of course. Some people can just be really mean by being polite and just, speaking. Well, it's hard to explain, but yeah. Since there are no swear words in that language, or let's put it in another way, in Japanese, unlike in the English language, you can just go effing insane about your words. It does not really work that well at all. You can use kuso. You can just be mad about something, but it makes you look like an idiot if you swear too much, or if you're being rude to someone, if you insult someone. It makes you look weak, because the smarter person in Japan, he avoids a conversation and he's just being polite at the end of the day. And that person is considered more intellectual and sort of stronger in debates than the person who insults or tries to be aggressive in some sort of a way. This is why they tend to be passive aggressive politely.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Okay, so Japanese may not have words, but don't they have like I know I've heard like a word that keeps getting translated as like shit. Like whenever something, not like literal shit, but as in like when something goes terribly wrong.
I believe you're thinking
I
of
forgot what the word was. It's
kuso.
like they say, oh,
True.
kuso.
So yeah.
Well, it's universal.
Like that Black Mirror episode of Nosedive.
Oh yes.
I watched one too. Yeah.
Well, kuso can be put into anything. It can be a kusoge, it can be a basic extreme, but it's.
What does it say? What is this literal translation? What is this implied translation?
Poop. Yeah. Shit. Poop.
Yeah.
So they say poop. So Japanese they say poop when they're like angry at something too.
Yeah, but it's
It's not right
uncommon,
to swear.
yeah.
It's not right. It's not right to show emotion in the first place, because they first of all they teach you. For example, there's even a word when, for example, when you're feeling down, you should not spread your negativity onto other people. And there's even a word for it. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Basically, that behavior.
Keep it contained.
Yeah. That's the reason why we have domestic violence more than.
Yes.
With America.
Poop becoming an expletive. Do you think that was something after the?
I think that question's beyond the scope of this.
I don't think so.
Yeah, really.
Oh, really? Okay.
We're getting yeah. Yeah, let's go back to like some of the
more violence in the schools.
I mean, people are people. People have emotions, and anger is also one of them. It's just in different cultures, these emotions they manifest in a different way, and it also depends on the word choice. There. Yes, of course people swear. They swear in Korean, they swear in Japanese. It's just swear they do. Some people are just, of course they wouldn't do that in public. Of course some people swear and get angry, but they rather not show that to others. So of course there's all that. Well, people are people at the end of the day. It's just what they do in public.
Yeah.
And it's the face you show to the people.
Okay, let's get back to places.
It was just a little sidetrack.
It's really okay. Yeah. Okay. So, repeat. おはようございます。
おはようございます。おはようございます。
おはようございます。
おはようございます。
こんにちは。
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 It's not like こんにちは. It's like こんにちは. konnichiwa.
Press that N a bit, the first N, basically, the
Yeah, there's
you have to press it a bit.
To have a good explanation of that because in
That's what that,
Japanese
konnichiwa.
there's like because of how the characters work, like it's not displayed very well on the sheet, but essentially like there's the character, like the characters in order, like ko, n, ni, and like the n and the ni make a double consonant, and double consonants along with double vowels are very explicitly pronounced in Japanese, where it's really subtle when you're hearing someone talk, but it's important for the pronunciation. Where the best explanation I've received is when you're trying to say the phrase bad boy, where like there's that pause between bad and boy, where you say bad boy, like there's just a fundamental pause in the middle where you're pronouncing both the end of bad and the beginning of boy. And that's kind of like what you have to do with double consonants, where it's like konnichiwa, where like you have like that pause where you're like you're specifically pronouncing all this stuff. It has the same thing with double vowels, even though that's a little bit easier to understand.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but if you get it, then it's also another good step toward yeah, twice as long essentially.
It really helps me to remember that N or is its own character and deserves as much vocal time as every other character. So ko, bang, wa.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
some reason, it
Konbanwa.
is written as K-O-N, but the N is actually a completely separate character and deserves as much time as the K-O.
Yeah. It's more obvious in the Japanese, but you know, we can't read Japanese yet, so.
Konbanwa.
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 Oh, you guys are awesome. Konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
Or you can say domo.
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 This one's also an example of the double long vowel, so it's not like domo.
Hey, somebody's iPhone alarm is going off.
Domo.
Oh, maybe mine, I guess. sorry. Yeah. Time about that because it's it's 7 a.m. now.
Yikes. 早いね。
Okay, はじめまして It sounds like pleased to meet you. はじめまして You can say like はじめまして私は blah blah です which means like I'm blah blah, like I'm SleepingKaiKai. So I can say like はじめまして私は SleepingKaiKai です。
はじめまして。
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 はじめまして。なんとかです。
私はブラブラです。
私はマンスーン。
Insert your name.
はじめまして。メドラは
Like, yeah, Medoraです. Like that. But you have to sound like more Japanese, like Medora, or Nexara.
If you learn how to say your own name in a Japanese accent, then that's also a cool thing you can do.
Yeah.
It's not just about cool. It's about they will just not hear when it's different. They would just understand something, but due to the katakana and yes, it's just the pronunciation is quite old.
Yeah, fix.
ありがとうございます。
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 One formal one. ありがとう。
ありがとう。
お疲れ様です。
お疲れ様です。
He got it.
Sure.
またね。
またね。またね。
Which means later.
またね。
Circle mata is literally again.
Yeah. おやすみなさい。おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい。
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 すみません。
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 すみません。すみません。すみません。
すみません。
すみません。
We could also mention when, for example, you join somebody's session. Let's say, for example, you're joining a Japanese session. You can be like, "Sumimasen." Then you've got everyone's attention, or you can be, "Shitsureshimashita." Should we also include that?
How would you?
失礼しました。失礼します。
Yeah, basically, sorry for barging in. Sorry for. 失礼しました。
Very rare occurrence.
Could you write it on the board?
Yeah, could you write
Yeah,
it?
I'm just joking. No, it's true.
Where's
And I know.
my pen? Where's my pen? あれペンがないぽよ。あれ
You can spawn any convex
Oh,
or
yeah,
Russian,
yeah.
it'll work. Just by the way.
失礼しました。I'm so tiny. Yeah.
Perhaps.
Oh, I don't think I will.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I don't think I will.
I can tell you happy
I want to add
the sleep motion. I actually kind of want to do
That's
it
really
like
cool. I love the sound effect there.
sign class. That
Oh
would be
yeah,
cool.
American Sign Language.
Yeah, I wish someone would actually do that in here.
Should we mention Tene and Shitsure? The difference, basically, rude and polite.
Like you can do literally all of them, even crossing kind of.
失礼。失礼しました。失礼しました。
So in Japan, you apologize to yourself. You apologize yourself for your rudeness in advance. Basically, you're just saying in advance, just forgive me if I'm being rude. That sort of way.
Yeah.
So instead, for example, in English, instead of in English, you apologize yourself if you've done something bad. But in Japan, you've got that extra insurance. Sorry if I'm doing something wrong, but then it becomes a.
Sleeping Kaikai, can you
But
become a little smaller?
shimashita means it's been already done.
Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Yeah. So you can be shireshimasu. That means you're about to do something rude, or it's already happened. Shireshimashita.
Which also means like sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
失礼しました。
English characters, perhaps.
So I came in without knocking. 失礼しました. That sort of way.
Shut up, Bean.
Sorry.
Or
No, I remember all these jokes.
ごめんなさい。
In Japanese class.
ごめんなさい。
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 ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
ごめんなさい。
ごめんなさい。
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
You just. Forgive me.
Yeah, it's same in English as well. I mean, you have to be sorry when you say that. You know, I mean, you can say like, oh, ごめんなさい. You have to be sorry, like ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
ごめんなさい。
So it's also situational. You've got the easy form, the or basically it always becomes level wise, and you sort of climb your way up. And there's so many forms, more than 7 forms of sort of apologizing in some sort of a way.
Yeah.
But these are the most standard ones where nothing could go wrong if you say that.
私は日本語が
私は日本語が
話せません。
話せません。
話せません。話せません。
私は日本語が話せません。
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 Or you want to say I can speak Japanese. You can say 私は日本語が話せます。
私は
Only difference is
話せます。
Yeah, different. Only difference is the ending. 話せません or 話せます。
日本語が話せません。
私は日本語が話せません。私は英語が話せません。
Hey, there you go.
ちょっとだけできるかも。Oh, wait, that was fast. 私は日本語がちょっとだけできるかも。
That's because
私は日本語が
the character itself is
ちょっと
ha.
だけできます。
When it's used as
ちょ
a
っとだけ
particle
で
for
喋ってます。
watashi wa, it's pronounced wa. It's a little weird. It's written as ha.
Yeah, you need to learn
Well,
the
particle is for grammar. Like,
What is a grammar particle?
it's well, I don't know if we want to cover grammar in this session.
Never, no, don't.
It's
You know what?
the
Never
little
mind.
modifiers that go after words. They
Yeah.
establish topics.
The only particles I know is.
Yeah.
すいません。
You have to have the proper emitter.
Is he being particle control creator?
Do you like particles?
That video was great.
Just a way to end a sentence, like,
Thanks.
like what does this mean? Is it really just
Enjoy my
another way to end a sentence, or
Oh my god.
does it have a meaning?
What the fuck?
It doesn't have
Behind what?
meaning. Yeah.
Behind what?
So it's like,
Oh, pancakes?
so it's like saying
I mean,
or
Mm.
I mean in America, like sometimes we end the sentence with right, or Canadians they like to end sentences with a, so des is really no different.
Swear to God, is Next paying attention?
Yes, it's basically it's
Yeah, it's but
Of course I'm paying
it has
attention. Are you paying attention?
literally no meaning because
sure.
we can say
Are you
without
stacking
this
up
like
pancakes?
like お疲れ様お疲れ様ですお疲れ様
Like more like I know they're both listed
This is
as
actually
like
blocking my
the
view.
formal
I'm
and
sorry.
the one that's listed as friendly, but is like adding a desu to the end considered like more polite or less?
No, it's something you would respond. For example, if somebody says you can respond if somebody says domo. You can also say domo or domo desu. It's basically it has no real meaning, but it is available. It is optional, sort of. For example, it really has no meaning. For example, if you say desu ne, basically you agree. It is, isn't it? It's basically the same as isn't it?
Alright, like yeah. So it's really the same as like saying right at the end of a sentence, like.
Yes.
Like,
But only if you say this and that, right?
that's
If you
hard,
say
right?
this, it's
Basically, so desu ne. That's how it is. Yes, that's how it is.
Like the sentence is like a statement about something.
Is there a
It's
difference
basically
between that and
the
sonanda?
best way I've understood it.
Sonanda would be it's kind of like because da replaces da is like the informal way to end a sentence like
So the caution says
informal
It's
des.
like something is something.
So like
You're making a statement
sonanda
about
is kind of
something.
like
So
like,
that's
is
so.
that so?
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like a casual way to say
Everyone
that.
wants pancakes.
It's just the way you end the sentence. It doesn't even it doesn't have meaning.
Well, rest in peace.
It is something that you also adapt the more you speak. It is sort of a stomach feeling and feeling when to use it.
It's a play by ear kind of thing.
No, well, almost not really. Well, yes, but actually no.
Well, yes,
yes,
actually,
actually,
no.
no.
Right, like just figure
Intuition.
it out on your own. Intuition, that's the word.
It's relationship. The entire conversations are based on relationships
I'm messing my hand now.
and situational.
I deleted something in my hand. Was
A lot of things in Japanese are based on context, and it
Yeah.
Yes.
So once you start in one context, which is essentially, being polite, and that's the easiest way to get going. That's kind of one of the main reasons why learning to say things politely is a great way to start out. Because if you start going into different sentence structures that are all based on how polite you're trying to be, then it just kind of, it's not really a waste of time, but it gets things convoluted in a way that it shouldn't be this early on.
That's so true. Yeah, I guess that's it. So any questions?
Yes, I would like to know the Japanese word for delicious.
Delicious.
Oishii.
Oishii. Oishii. Umai. Oishii. Oishii.
Wait, you guys getting tacos now? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude? You guys are getting paid?
Someone took my
Wait, you
pancakes,
guys are
now you
getting
don't
paid?
get tacos. You get pancakes only now, you don't get the savory.
Your pancake's right here.
Oh, that
Oh,
Tiny
okay, got
pancake,
many
boy.
You
pancakes.
shrank your pancake.
dude, am I right?
One of my family members once said, "Do not use oishi, it sounds too girly. Use it."
Thank you guys.
Really?
Sprite cranberry for you guys
Yep.
too. Sprite cranberry.
Oishi sounds too girly.
Itadakimasu.
Hey guys,
Well,
you
it
okay with
was a
this?
bit harsh, but
Sprite cranberry.
That sounds right.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, of course
Sprite
you're-
cranberry.
Yeah.
Sprite cranberry.
Mhm.
So Medra,
Yeah.
I'm over here.
But I'm gonna
How'd you
stop
like the